Hi guys, I'm really glad to welcome all of you in today's video, so thanks for tuning in. And if you're new here, then feel free to subscribe if you haven't already and click the notification bell so you will be updated about my new videos. And today's one is gonna be a chatty one, and I will share with you my thoughts about a few different subjects, and I'd love to know your opinion about them, so definitely let me know what do you think in the comments. And the first thing that I want to talk about is actually that I've noticed that some reviewers review or talk about same fragrances over and over and over again. And I'm speaking about such perfumes as Aventus by Creed or Savage by Dior. Sometimes I see the one by Dolce & Gabbana, Bleu de Chanel, Le Mal by Jean-Paul Gaultier, and the list goes on. And I can totally understand why they do that. I'm not that naive at all. I get that we all need clicks and views and good ratings. So to use successful perfumes in thumbnails just increases the chance that a person will watch the video because he or she is interested in the opinion of a reviewer about that perfume, and there is absolutely nothing wrong doing that. But when the reviewer, person who is actually educated on the perfume subject, talks about same popular best-selling perfumes over and over and over and over again, rotating them a little bit, I find that is very boring. And those are not even some niche perfumes or the ones that not a big crowd of people knows about. No, those are perfumes that a shop assistant in a store will recommend firstly to the buyer. And I mean, that is a bit pointless to talk about same fragrances almost in every video, right? Because people who watch fragrance reviews, they actually are a little bit educated about them, and especially about best-selling perfumes. Like, guys, like, do you literally think that a viewer don't know that Savage by Dior is a compliment getter, that this is a very safe perfume to wear if you want attention? Come on, like, I mean, everybody knows that a Savage is a great fragrance, right? So, I mean, like, of course, if a reviewer loves some bestsellers, then there is no right or wrong, but I've just noticed that some people do that a lot, just like too much in my opinion, and I found that a little bit boring. And I'd love to know, what do you think about that? If you agree with me, you can give this video a thumbs up or just comment below, or if you disagree, I'd love to chat with you too. So I mean, like, guys, think about it this way. For example, you're going on a date with a girl and you want to smell great, and you know that Savage by Dior, sorry, I can also choose Aventus by Creed, right? So those are very mass appealing, compliment getting perfumes. So you decide to wear one of them, but you really need to think, do you want to impress that girl or what do you want? Because if you want to impress her, then you need to pick a pleasant but a little bit different smelling perfume, because believe me, that girl probably knows Savage, and maybe her ex-boyfriend wore it, or her father, or her brother, or her teacher, or whatever. I mean, like, do you understand that? And she will associate you with that person that she smelled that fragrance first on. So that is a simple logic, I'm just saying. So if you are wearing best-selling perfumes, then you understand that you smell like a lot of people, because those are best-selling perfumes, perfumes that sell the best. And I kind of understand why people go for best-selling perfumes, because those fragrances have good reputation. For example, Aventus by Creed was cloned so many times, so that is clearly a hit. And people just want to smell great, you know, and there is nothing wrong about wanting to get compliments for the way you smell. Everybody wants that, but you can pick a pleasant perfume that will smell a little bit differently but still pleasant, and that will make you smell unique, and people will drawn to you even more. They will ask you, what are you wearing? If you wear Sauvage, no one will ask, because everybody knows that's Sauvage. But if you wear a perfume from a less known brand but with more artistic scent, then the chance that people will stop you and compliment are way higher. So I personally remember that my mom, as I was growing up, used to wear perfumes from very well-known designer brands such as Guerlain, Yves Saint Laurent, Chanel, Dior, and some others. And she also worked in a perfume shop, so I loved to visit her and to smell literally every single bottle in the shop. But then, as I discovered a niche department, I immediately recognized that niche perfumes smell differently and more beautiful, more special. And that is the thing, and also kind of my problem with modern designer brands, because in my opinion they do not pay that much attention to what they create nowadays. Every new release is kind of the same. If it is a perfume for men, then it is fresh, clean, citrusy scent or a heavy gourmand, and if it is a feminine perfume, then it is a perfume with a scent of a fruity shower gel or with a scent of a candy flower, and there's nothing in between. And in my opinion, designer brands, luxury high-end brands, used to create way more potent perfumes years ago than they do now, and I would love to know what is your opinion about that. And that's why I really recommend to invest into indie and niche perfumery. And I find that niche is so popular nowadays. Way back in the days, niche was something absolutely special, that only people who knew about it wore niche perfumes, and it was like a privilege perfumery. And now so many people are aware of niche perfumery, and that's great, but some niche fragrances become more mainstream, and indie perfumery is new niche in my opinion, and that's awesome. I personally love niche perfumery, but I find that indie perfumery is something so wonderful, because I care about uniqueness, creativity, and artistry the most when it comes to perfumes, and I find all those elements in indie perfumery. And I just think that if you really love perfumes and you want to experiment and smell new compositions with better materials, with more interesting scents, then I highly recommend to check out different indie brands. And nowadays it is definitely easier to get your nose on niche and indie perfumes, because there are so many different niche boutiques all over the world, and you can even shop online. So as you know, I do things a bit differently on my channel. I review niche and indie perfumery because I stand for it, and I don't want to fit in but stand out with my perfume. And even though I personally do not care about people's opinion, I wear what I want. I understand that some people need a perfume for confidence, for just smelling good, and you can achieve that with indie and niche perfumery, and in a lot of times even better than with mainstream, mass appealing designer brands. So if a perfume is well known doesn't mean that you should love it and you should wear it. The most important message that I want to tell you is that you need to do what makes you happy. If it is Le Male or 1 million perfumes that I hate but you love, you need to wear them. If you love Alien by Mugler and I hate it, you need to wear it, because what matters is the way you feel. You need to be confident and you need to feel great, beautiful and happy about your fragrance. And if some reviewer who follows the trends, and you know trends die, so be careful, tells you that this is the best stuff and this will bring you compliments and this is mass appealing, you need to test it for yourself. Always test for yourself. Don't rely on someone else's opinion. It is great to know it, but you need to decide for yourself. And that is my message. I'd love to know your thoughts about these issues that I shared with you, and don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, smell good, and we'll see each other next one really soon.